that trade Miami did. I want to know what you think about that one.
We are live, and the revolution will not be televised. This is the Fort Valley Boys podcast. I am your host and moderator, Fabian Vicks. Got two of my guys with me. I got Tiny Head. I got Damon, Shot, Pretty Tony. They'll be on with us in just a moment. But on today's episode, I asked the Fort Valley Boys turn. What the hell going on with the Nets? We got the Fountain City Classic this week. College football rankings. Did they get it right or they just playing around? And the NFL trade deadline. I know Todd is going to have a lot to say about that. But this part of the show, I say let's go. After I hit the right button this time. Hold on.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys.
And we had the start of the show. Of course, we got to go through our spiel, our housekeeping items. Of course, you know, we're brought to you by a new sponsor, Just for Men. Got a little gray going on it, yeah. Sprinkle a little just for men in there. Do the Salt Bay, Just for Men. Ryan Anderson is a big sponsor of Just for Men. Don't forget our shows on Sundays and Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Sprite is back as a sponsor. You can follow us, of course, on Facebook at the Fort Valley Boys Podcast. You can follow us on YouTube at Fort Valley Boys Podcast. Rachel just joined us, his favorite sponsor. It's so special. It gets a scroll at the bottom of the screen. It just rolls. It don't even stop.
Man, what are you talking about, bro?
You about to give our sponsors a shout out, man. Hennessy Dark
Seem like he on the road. Hey. So I'm gonna be on here for a little bit, but we may have an in-house studio guest. Tiny Head, you might not be on here too long either. That damn Kenny Moon in town. We're gonna have to hit it, Tiny Head.
Oh Lord.
Boom.
Hey, don't worry about it. I don't put rubber around all the shit in the studio, so I ain't gotta worry about him fucking up. Y'all saw the video from the last time me, him, and Tiny Head was somewhere. So he was fucked up.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I ain't seen the video last time we came. Yeah, we been live.
Oh, we lied. Damn it, I apologize. The views
he was out of there. That video was
Racial
hilarious,
Major does
bro.
not reflect those of the podcast.
Hold on.
That video was hilarious. He was out of there, man. Y'all, you had me down there.
Hold on. I know. Okay.
Plead the case, man. We can't lose no more.
Okay, Sprite back on. And finally, of course, Bernard Ingram and BuyANiceShirt.com. Get all your HBCU or Panhandle at 9 paraphernalia from BuyANiceShirt.com. From Fort Valley to FAMU, from Kappa to Iota, from AK to Zeta. You can get all your paraphernalia. This is a sweater I got from BuyANiceShirt.com. The 1895 on here. FBSU, and you got the Wildcat on the back right there. BuyANiceShirt.com. Go ahead and get your merch. Get your merch from there. Guys, how's your week?
Can't complain this way,
Good,
bro.
yeah. Still here.
For real.
Yeah, everything was cool.
Shoot, let's get this thing started. I want to start off with it's a basic question, Tiny. I'm gonna start with you on this one. It's right on the screen. Hell going on with the Nets.
Hey, the best show on TV right now, man. It's a drama you cannot miss. I'm loving every episode of it, man. Some people gonna keep you entertained with some craziness, boy. I'm loving it.
What about you, Dan?
Man, that's one of them soap operas my grandmother would post up and watch out as the Nets turn or something. I don't know what's going on with it. For real, that it's a huge soap opera, bro. For real, it's the weirdest thing.
What's up, fellas?
What's good? How you doing? You good?
Hey, Michael.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
We on?
Yeah, we live.
Yeah.
We live.
You on, big dog? Yep,
Go
we
ahead.
on big guy.
Go
Big
ahead,
guy.
go ahead and get your thoughts on it. Go ahead and get your thoughts on the Nets right quick.
Oh man.
That's your team.
I think one of y'all, either you or Rachel, one of y'all said that Steve Nash wasn't gonna make it. I already said he wasn't gonna make it up there. I mean, I think I'm more concerned with trying to hire Udoka than anything. I'm not really, firing Steve Nash wasn't necessarily no big surprise. Whatever Kyrie got going on wasn't a surprise, but you finna hire a man that's already at another job. So I don't know what they got going on up there.
I mean, my question, everybody, let me get shot in Tony in with their thoughts on what's going on right quick before I ask this question.
Shot, you mute.
Shot, you on mute.
You on mute, Shot.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just men that play basketball with an opinion. That's all. Kyrie has an opinion. His opinion is no different than anybody else's opinion. It's just he played basketball and they're making a big spectacle out of it, But me, I'm a little militant on the situation. He's just not gonna shut up and dribble. He's gonna say things that's on his mind, and that don't mean I in no way, shape, or form agree with what he's saying. I told you before, I don't have no conversation with somebody that think the world is flat. So, but he has an opinion, and he played basketball, so whatever he say, people gonna listen to. But just to touch on what Mike said real quick, ain't nothing wrong with getting Umi from somewhere else. I mean, people leave jobs when they have a job and go somewhere else all the time. Lincoln Riley, so ain't nothing wrong with that. What's my man in LSU? What's his name?
Brian
Kelly. Mario Cristobal, soon to be Deion Sanders. So it happens. That ain't the big deal. The big deal is what the hell is Kyrie on? What is his issue?
In the mortal words of Fabian Vicks, cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Did the person say in the immortal words of the same person?
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah. You're
That's
correct.
You're correct.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah, ain't it? That's real deep.
Just because you ain't understanding don't make it deep.
Yes, it does. That will make it deep.
Just because you was like,
That
what
will make it deep.
just happened, that don't make it deep.
You can't get the bottom of it. It's deep.
I get credit to somebody else. Hold on. In the mortal words of Donald Trump, cocaine is a hell of a drug. How about that?
Hey, I could do this because I ain't no smoker. But tell you, if we was in school and Fade would have said that's when you like, nah, let me put this out. This ain't what I ordered.
I don't want to smoke this no more. Something wrong with this.
I'm good.
Wow, that was some thought-provoking stuff you just said there, bro.
Hey, do the Nets make the playoffs?
Do they make the playoffs?
They need a center.
At this point, probably not. Unless, I don't know.
Ask that question in a week.
First of all, what's going on, Tony?
What's happening?
You can't say no because of who they have. You can't say no, the Nets are not going to be one of the top 8 teams in the conference because of the 2 guys that play. Right? But if Ume comes back and take those guys to the playoffs, man, you know how many women in New Jersey gonna be coming at him if he can pull this off. You think he hot now? Woo!
Is he gonna be able to coach right away though?
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, he won't be the property of the Boston Celtics anymore.
Oh, okay.
Like she ain't his property no more.
So this ain't no NBA thing. This
No,
is a Celtic thing.
It's internal, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They don't want no picks or nothing. They just want him gone.
I mean, you slept
He's
with
free to leave.
Did we ever officially find out who he was with?
The senior vice president of finance's wife.
That's it.
Yeah,
No, I think.
she
I
had.
mean,
She had a job in there too, right?
it's not official, man. But no, I think it was supposedly more than one.
The accountant wife.
Yeah, I think she held a position in the organization too. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she did. She was the white. She was in charge of like the travel, and her husband was some kind of finance or accountant or somebody, and she also was friends with Danny Ainge's daughter, and that's how she got her job.
Okay.
And supposedly Danny Ainge knew about it and everything before he left.
Then they say they told him you need to go ahead and cut this off, and he refused to do it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and ask the question. If Ime Udoka is hired, we'll say they said midweek. We at midweek, so I don't see it happening this week. Probably Monday, Tuesday. Do you think he could replicate what he did in Boston, in Brooklyn, Michael?
He ain't got no choice. With them two dudes he got in Brooklyn, when they are at the top of their game, they are literally top 10, top 15 players in the NBA. He may do better in Brooklyn. Well, I ain't gonna necessarily say do better because he led Boston to the finals. But with Kevin Durant and Kyrie, they keep it together. Yeah, they can make him a run. They add a piece here and there. Yeah, they can make a run.
What you, Damon?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he can make that run. I think they can go to the NBA Finals with KD and Kyrie. To Mike's point, they probably need to add a few pieces, but I mean, he a pimp. I ain't say he a bad coach though. You know, I think he can do it with the. You know, he got better players. I mean, this is KD and Kyrie. I believe he can do it. I think he can do it. And if he do, got to give him his props. Got to give him his ups. What he do in his private life is just that.
Tiny head, Tony, then shot.
Remember, they also got the play-in game. So all they really got to do is get in that top 10 and just be hot from there. So with the talent he got, like everybody says, if they can't get top 10 with that talent and then just get hot from there in jail, I don't know what happened, but they got the two guys that lead them at least the top 10 and then go to playoffs and cause some havoc.
Hell, they was in the play-in last year.
With Nash.
Tony, then shot.
I mean, possibly, as Tiny Head said, being a top 10 and make the playoff game, yes. As far as making noise that I pretty much think this question is meaning, no. I don't think they can really make any noise. It's bigger than the coach. Steve Nash. I know I hopped on late. Nobody really surprised about the Steve Nash situation. I don't think anybody was. But it's bigger than him, man. It's bigger than him. Kyrie's a problem. It's bigger than that, man.
Last word from shot.
Hell no. Like them dudes don't want to be coached. Like Tony basically just pretty much said everything I was gonna say. So I'm gonna just say the same thing he just said, only louder. Like Kyrie don't want to be coached. KD don't want to be coached. Steve Nash may not have been an experienced coach, but he knew enough about basketball like he still was the floor general of that Phoenix team. Steve Nash knows basketball. I think none of us has ever coached at that level, but we probably feel like we can go out there and do, and we know situations because we follow the game. Steve Nash is no stranger to the NBA and how things work in the NBA. He ain't no stranger to drawing up plays, especially when you got two guys that no matter what you drop, they can make look good. They don't want to be coached. So that's a far cry from a young Jason Tatum that want to be coached, a Jaylen Brown that even when the noise was outside saying that they not going to work together, they were saying, y'all don't know what we going through inside. And it's, we solid up in here, and Marcus Smart, who wants to be coached, who's a dog on defense. They ain't got that in Brooklyn, man. Nah, they not making the playoffs. I know it sounds blasphemous, but they not making the playoffs.
Let's get to a couple comments. Ryan, friend of the show. Nash shouldn't have been hired in the first place. Kobe Rice, Fort Valley alumnus. Kyrie is a problem for real. And Ryan is asking the question. Quick answer for everybody. Is Kyrie a cancer? Yes or no?
Man, Kyrie.
Yep.
Kyrie ain't no different than a Dennis Rodman from back in the day. Man, just suit up and play ball. When the man is on the court and he do what he's supposed to be doing, he won the top of his position. Kyrie's no different. He's just guys now are a little bit more vocal. You can't put that tape over their mouth nowadays. Kyrie is doing nothing no different than some of these old school players. Like the story of Rodman. I think he went to Las Vegas the night before a game or something crazy that Rodman used to do before a game. This is no different. Just Kyrie's just more vocal. We in that social media age where everything you say is blown up. So he's no different than some other knuckleheads in the past. What's the difference?
Rodman won championships.
Kyrie got one too.
Rodman got a few.
Yeah. And on top of that, Kyrie hit the shot that won the championship.
I get that, but I'm saying, I understand your point. I mean, you put up with Rodman stuff because you knew a majority of the time, not only are you going to the finals, you're gonna take the chip home. I mean,
so basically,
I'm just
excusing what Rodman did.
I'm using Rodman as an example because you threw his name out. I'm saying this man won 5 championships. What 5?
It's 5-3 the Bulls, 2 of the Pistons.
He won 5 championships, and he was a major cog. As crazy as he was, and he did some awful off the wall stuff. You're right. He went to Vegas for a week before a game. He actually missed a few games. But Phil Jackson said, "Let him be, because when we get back, we're gonna win this chip with him." Can you really honestly think that Kyrie, albeit he won his one, when he went to Boston, he didn't do nothing. Almost a majority of the places that Rodman went, he won. As crazy as he was.
Yeah, even with the Spurs, when he got traded to the Spurs, that Spurs team led David Robinson to an MVP, even though they got swept out by Hakeem that year. Let me say that about Kyrie. Great talent. I hate to fly folks say I start sounding like Stephen A. every more and more, but not a coon. I don't sound stupid. I don't try to sleep with Jalen Rose's wife. But I'm sorry.
Where'd that come from? No, stop. Damn it. Where'd that come from?
My bad.
Where in the hell did that come from, Faye?
I'm sorry. My bad.
Right, just left again.
Hey.
They already gone.
Hey, hold on. Y'all should have seen Ray Show look on his face like it was something that was stinking. He had to look on it. Ray Show like he had smelled something. Like, man, come on, man. God.
I mean, he had the unmitigated gall.
Boy, did y'all see that look?
You were saving that one. You were saving that one.
Yeah,
that dude had that look on his face, man. Ray Show was looking so disgusted in, bro.
Just saying. But if I was the Nets, once Kyrie opted into his contract, I would have parlayed that into Paolo Banchero, Franz Wagner, Cole Anthony, and some picks. I would have sent his ass straight to Orlando. I would have traded him right when he opted in. I would have traded him. Mike
Have a
Singletary.
trade partner.
Mike
You
Singletary
gotta
said
have a trade partner.
Orlando. They would. You
Yeah.
got one
Bro,
year.
I feel what
trade
you're
him somewhere.
saying. But
You think so? You think Orlando would have traded Vaquero?
I would have traded him. I would have traded him
No.
somewhere. I would have traded him somewhere though. I'm
But
just
you
saying.
gotta understand though, these contracts guaranteed. So you trading, you pulling a fast one on Kyrie, somebody who already got money and who already know that you're gonna give me all my money because it's the NBA. You would have seen Kyrie at Rucker Park before you saw him at the Barclays Center.
Either way,
That's a fact.
This is last year though. I would have freed up 36 million if I'd traded him somewhere. I'd have freed up 36 million. At least got some more picks, got some equability back from that failed James Harden trade.
But you got to realize too, Fade, stars only want to play with stars. Like KD wasn't going to stop playing with Banchero and Cole Anthony and all them boy. It's just like when you hooping in the park, when you waiting on your next. If you see somebody over there on the side you don't want to play with, hey, you tell them, hey, y'all going to get next. I'm waiting because I know my partner coming. You're not going to sit there and just play with anybody. Kevin Durant, people like that, they're not going to play with like rookies and them kind of guys. They want to play with other stars. They're not going to he want to play with Banchero and Cole Anthony and all them dudes. He's not going to do that. All that's going to do is take him back to his Oklahoma City day. Stars play with stars.
And that's what the Knicks gonna have to do then, because this is a whole. We're gonna lose. I don't want to lose Jeff from in, but it's a whole clusterfuck. The whole net situation. They're probably the worst franchise right now, as far as totality. Not the Lakers are worse on the court, but as far as totality, the Nets is a shit show. Am I wrong with that? They're a complete shit show right now.
We gotta wait and see, man. If we 7-8 games in the season, anybody never won no championship in November.
But what?
That's true. This just didn't really talk. I agree with that.
They haven't made a conference final. The first year with Kenny Atkinson as their coach, Kyrie refused to play. Even though he could have came back for the bowl, but he still refused to play. I came here to play with KD. Next year, you couldn't get past the second round. Last year, you got swept. We don't need coaching, but right now you ain't got no coach. Where that got y'all?
Hey, we still can change some things around. We just gotta wait and see.
The season is really young. We really can't say, but who knows what'll happen? I hear what everybody's saying. You never really know. Somebody could get hot. You never know.
Let me bring a couple comments in right quick. This is for Shot right here from Anatole Cloud, cousin, friend of the show. So Shot son was on Good Morning America. That joke gonna be famous, man. Hey, gonna be famous. Good Morning America. Somebody said the house phone ringing back there.
Yeah, I heard that.
So
man, Anatole's so stupid, man. This dude crazy.
Who got a house phone?
Man, that dude.
oh no,
man, this dude he's so dumb, man.
So anybody else they got a house phone, huh?
Unless they cell phone set up to ring like a house phone.
I'll put my money on Atwater.
My house phone cut off. I ain't paid the bill.
Uh-oh.
Can they do that killer fan? It'll charge it up.
All right. Of course, we're gonna get to college football, but the most important college football game of the weekend at Fort Valley versus Albany State. We had lost to them the last 4 years. I know this is a school that we love. It's near and dear to our heart. Can we break this 4-game losing streak, guys?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this team here looking real good.
Yeah. What's Albany record?
I'm pulling it up now. Give me a second. Albany State is 5-1 in the conference, 7-2 overall. We're 4-2 in the conference, 6-7-2 overall. Benedict's going to the SIC championship because they 9-0 right now. So Benedict, they undefeated 9-0.
Benedict need to get headlong. They need to go somewhere.
Gone are the days of Benedict being the homecoming team.
Right.
Yeah, Benedict's representing the East, and it looks like Tuskegee is coming out the West. Yeah, Tuskegee, they're 6-0 in the division, 7-2 overall. But yeah, it's gonna be Tuskegee, and we're just playing for Pride this week. It's just Pride now.
No, not necessarily. The Fort Valley Albany winner, I think, can possibly get a shot to go to the playoff.
How is that possible when we got 2 losses? And Benedict
If you take a look at the D2 regional rankings, they take the top 7 teams. I think Albany State right now 6 or 7 or somewhere in there, and Fort Valley was like 9 or 10. So they got an outside chance of making the playoffs because they take 7 teams per region. They don't do it like in D2. They have an East, West, North, South. So whatever conference you in the South, they just take the top 7 teams. So Fort Valley may have a slight chance. Somebody just pull up the D2 regional rankings. I think they out now since they lost Savannah.
I don't know. That was a bad loss this past weekend in Savannah State, 28-24. Can't blame the refs on that one. You bet the Fort Valley went to bed on that one. But this for Pride, we got to beat the hell out of Albany. They beat us 57-0 last year, so.
I'm still tripping on Benedict, man.
9-0. I mean,
Benedict.
There you go. Let's move on.
Man, dude's so dumb, man. I swear, man.
Man, let's get to the college. Let's get to the division. No sense at all. But when they go low, you go high. Let's get to the college football rankings. The first edition of the rankings for this season came out last night. Tennessee 1, Ohio State 2, Georgia 3, which shocked me, and 4 is Clemson. I'm gonna start with our Georgia fans. I'm gonna start with Tony and Mike. Why they put Georgia 3?
Strength of schedule. Simple. Strength of schedule. I definitely expected Tennessee to be number 1. I was not surprised about Ohio State being number 2. So, I mean, we could have been number 2. That's up for debate. But, simple strength of schedule, man. But, I've been screaming it all year. Don't really bother me. As long as we end up in the top 4, at the end of the season, that's all that matters to me. Same thing you tell people all the time earlier in the year when Alabama took over the number 1 spot for like a week or 2. I don't care, man. As long as we in the top 4.
Vet Miller, friend of the show,
gave Kirby basically some some material to fire them up this weekend. For a Tennessee game.
Oh, are we doing picks? Because I see Vet got Tennessee by 10. That boy all in.
Oof.
Sheesh.
Mike, which you agree with Tony? You got another thought on that?
Ranking December the 4th rank is all that matter to me. What came out last night, it don't mean nothing to me at all, man. Whatever happened on December the 4th, that final rankings, that's all that matter. I do think though that Georgia being 3 gave Kirby some momentum. I think this also. I think the Tennessee Georgia loser this weekend, I think it's a wrap. I think that's it for them. I think this is basically an elimination game. If you look at the landscape right now, Clemson probably won't lose a game. TCU probably won't lose a game. The Ohio State Michigan winner is in, and possibly whoever win the SEC, Alabama, Tennessee, or Georgia. So there's a good chance that whoever loses this weekend they out. That's a wrap. But that ranking don't matter. December the 4th ranking, all that matter.
I'm gonna get shot in. Do you think TCU should be ranked higher than Alabama? They ranked 7. Alabama's ranked 6.
Say it again. I couldn't hear you.
I'm sorry. I was saying, should TCU be ranked higher than Alabama or even Michigan? Michigan's 5, Alabama 6, TCU 7.
They should, but they want to see Alabama up there right now. That's why they rank Texas in the top 25 at 5-3, because they want to get Alabama a quality win. But no, TCU should be ranked higher than Alabama right now. But like everybody say, but hold up. And I told somebody in my ear, I think we got somebody else in the studio. I think we got somebody else in the studio. We double Fall Valley up in the studio. Now let me get this dude off before he mess up our sponsor, y'all. Y'all know he can't be civilized that long.
We done lost all the sponsors anyway. It's on to come on camera. Kenny Moon, what it do?
Hey, put him back in the room, man.
Put it back in the room, man. Put it back in the room.
There you go. Get in there,
Moon. Kenny
Fat
Moon.
Water, what's up, bitch?
Hey, we don't cuss on the show, man. Hey, Moon, hey.
You good?
Hey, that's all right, Moon. Take him off there. That's it. Unplug him. Take his mic away. That's enough.
Cut the commercial.
Go to Flanagan.
Man.
I bet you buying.
Hey, what's up with them Lakers, Moon? Let me hear your perspective.
I'm rocking with Memphis, dog. I don't know what you got going on.
Oh, now you done jump boat. Okay. Yeah.
Say Bush
figured that.
in the audience.
You done jump. Okay.
All right.
Johnny Head, we going to Flanagan. Show ain't this kind of conversation. My fault.
Hey, man, I'm be at the TCU game Saturday. Hey, rank them boys, man. Rank TCU, man. My peoples play for them, man. What that nigga number is?
We try not to use racial slurs on the show.
Hey, but he transferred from Florida State, running back.
Yeah, PG-13 show. I appreciate
But man,
you
guess
joining.
what?
I appreciate you stopping by.
Hey man, y'all know how much them tickets cost for that TCU game? Like $300 a pop.
Hey, y'all didn't see how he was whispering to him to the side.
Yeah.
Hey, we talking.
Baby, you can hit that anytime, babe, in case I can't do it. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Let me see.
Hey, hey, man, he was whispering to him to the side. Hey, man, we don't use racial slurs.
Man, just get off the show, bro. Like, that's Fade, that's D-Ran.
What's up, Mo?
Tony, and that's Tiny Head. And that's Atwater Net.
Wow.
Atwater then lost his nigga. I don't see nothing but head and shoulders, boy. God.
I don't see nothing but your little tight ass dreads. Your little
New sponsor, Head and Shoulders.
I get the dude off the show, man. Come on, Fake. Keep going.
Atwater, who house that is? That ain't that house I've been to for you, bro. Where you at, boy? You stunting. Boy, that ain't that house I was in, boy.
Oh my God.
Stunting, boy.
It ain't the same house. I'm upstairs.
Disconnected, babe. Disconnected. Anyway, hey, so, but nah, I like, go ahead, Faye, my fault.
No, I'll just go ahead. I'm gonna get Tiny Ed and Damien in right quick after you go. Go ahead.
He said we lost all our sponsors.
Yeah, go ahead, Tiny Ed. Go ahead. What you think about this the top 10? Because they got LSU at 10. So I'm guessing they're expecting Alabama to beat them so they can count as a quality win, like Shot just said, by ranking Texas in the top 25 with 3 losses.
Well, think about it. I believe they got the right pick. You know, TCU and that whole conference haven't really shown nothing when it comes to playoff and stuff like that. So that's why they sitting at 7. But the right 6 sitting there, and everything gonna work itself out with Michigan playing Ohio State, with Tennessee playing Alabama. So everything will work itself on out. You know, that's the right 6, and if TCU worthy, they'll get up in there. But right now, that's the right 6 right now.
All right, go ahead, D. Round of last thoughts.
It's the initial ranking. I mean, I don't really have an issue with it. Me and Mike was talking about it earlier. We both like it's the initial ranking. It's gonna all play itself out. And if TCU run it and the rest of the teams lose ahead of them, they're gonna jump right in that top 4. Ohio State got to play Michigan, Georgia play Tennessee, and it's gonna work itself out. Clemson playing Notre Dame, that could be a dog fight for them. So it's the initial ranking. It's the first week.
All right, let's get to some picks. Let's go ahead and get some picks out of the way. We got a lot of NFL to cover right here. Let's start with Alabama LSU. Damon.
Roll Tide.
Shot.
Come on,
Is
man.
that
Y'all know who my godson is.
All right, Pretty Tony.
Who you
Where they
picking,
playing at?
Cole?
They playing
Where
at
they
night.
playing at?
At night in LSU.
You said what? You said they LSU is a night game,
Night game at LSU.
and it's a night game.
And it's a night game.
Yeah, man, give me Alabama, man.
Oh, man.
All right,
Don't hit him with it. He can set him up.
Hit with the Lee Corso. All right, Skinny Atwater.
Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Okay, Ben got Alabama and Tiny Head.
LSU.
All right, Bet got Bama. All right, Texas, Kansas State, 2 ranked teams in Big 12. Is at Kansas State.
Ooh, this that Kansas.
Tiny Head.
Texas.
Tony.
Kansas State.
Shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in Kansas State.
Mike.
Kansas State.
D. Randall.
KSU.
Okay, Anatole got Texas. Corey Green jumping in a little late, got LSU. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's everybody's pick. Wake Forest and North Carolina State, 2 more ranked teams. Go with Damon on this one. At North Carolina State.
That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, give me NC State.
Shot.
At is in Raleigh.
In Raleigh.
Yeah. If it's in Raleigh, then you can just go ahead and give me Wake Forest. It's up the street. It's up Tobacco Road.
Yep.
Like, that ain't no home court field advantage. They 20 minutes apart.
Tiny Head.
NC State.
Tony.
Give me Wake Forest.
Mike.
NC State, man. Do y'all know last week Wake Forest turned the ball over 8 times in 1 quarter?
The third
8 times.
quarter. It was the third quarter.
It was third quarter. They turned the ball over to Louisville 8 times.
The crazy thing, how you get 8 possessions in the quarter?
Huh?
How you get 8 possessions in the quarter? That's the crazy thing.
It ain't crazy.
Yeah.
He don't know what the hell he talking about.
Go look it up.
What did they fumble twice on one play?
Man, they fumbled twice. He threw like 4 picks.
That's
They turned the bitch over 8 times.
That's 6.
Hey, so just for the record though, so Anatoly got Bama, Corey Green got Kansas State. Oh, it's Kansas State in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Manhattan, Kansas?
Yeah, give me Kansas State. And I think who else? And Anatoly got NC State and Bama. Just make sure.
I got them. All right, Tennessee and Georgia. Tony, you calling the game this weekend?
Yeah, I'll be there live, man.
All right, Tony's gonna be doing sideline reporter on Georgia, and he has a feature story on Stetson Bennett.
So does that mean he automatically picking Georgia? Because Tony don't ever pick Georgia game.
Cause I'm always calling the game.
He don't pick Georgia. He don't pick Dallas.
He'll pick some Dallas games, some Georgia games, but this is a big game, so he said because he calling it, it might sway the people in Vegas.
Which one?
Caesars.
Little Caesars?
No, Caesars is MGM.
Dude said Little Caesar.
Yeah, crazy. Bet got Tennessee. You know, I got Tony down for Georgia. Tiny head.
I'm gonna roll with Bet this week. I'm going Tennessee.
All right, Damon.
I'm going UGA, man.
Mike.
Come on, man. Next.
Shot.
What is game being played at? Neyland Stadium?
No, it's in Georgia. 3:30 game on CBS.
Nah, I'm going Georgia. I ain't tripping. I ain't crazy.
Let's see, Corey got Georgia. I'm gonna go with Georgia also.
Can I add a quick comment though?
Yeah.
If they beat Georgia, then we gonna give our props to Vet. I give you mad props, Vet. If they beat Georgia, and this may be the LSU from 4 years ago. If they beat Georgia, I don't think they will, but if they do, then this Tennessee team probably gonna win it all.
And it also would be his Heisman moment.
Yeah,
go in there and win that game.
That's why I was saying I give Bet his props because it's his Heisman to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Not so fast, my friend. Blake Corum over there in Michigan. I better pay attention to what he's doing.
If this man go into Georgia and win, it's not close.
It's not.
And if Blake Corum go into Ohio State the last week of the season and run for $150, 180 like he been doing, this thing gonna be close Heisman night. Trust me.
Might be a little close, but it won't be close enough. He goes in there with his high power offense, with the number one in the country in scoring, and beat Georgia. Give it to him and go about the business.
Yeah, beat Alabama and Georgia in the same year.
And lead the country in scoring out the SEC. Come on, man, you got to get it to him.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
All right,
Georgia got some devastating news this week. Their top defensive end, Nolan Smith.
Yeah, he out for the year.
Tore his pectoral muscle, man. So that's gonna hurt pass rushing wise.
They still got 26 five stars over there. They do it.
All right, let's switch over to the NFL as our last topic before we get to our parting shots. Trade deadline was yesterday at 4:00. We had some action before the trade deadline, but we had a lot of action yesterday. Tiny Head, what was besides the Christian McCaffrey going to the 49ers, what was the biggest move made at the deadline?
The biggest move made might be, might be the Dolphins with the moves they made. They really trying to make that push. They added a little help to try and catch up with the Buffalo. So we're going to see if that could be what takes them over the top and get them back in the race. So it might be the Dolphins.
Right. Pretty Tony.
Yeah, I would say that. I would definitely say Miami pushing it all in, man. You can tell they're going all in, snatching Chubb. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember who did Buffalo grab? The running back.
Running back from Hines from the Colts.
Yeah, from the Colts.
Okay. But yeah, man, I would say Miami, man, and honorable mention to the Ravens as well. Getting Roquan Swift was definitely a big move.
Yeah, that was
big move.
That definitely is.
Yeah, that was a great move. I was surprised the Ravens didn't try to pull the trigger a little bit earlier, but they needed something on defense. They need some more pass rush on defense. Calais Campbell can't do it by himself. Shot. What about you?
I think all of them was significant. I mean, Roquan Smith going to the Ravens, like Lamar Jackson proved he can score points. But they having problems stopping people. Buffalo, a contender, a legit Super Bowl contender, got some of what they need. I would honestly say the biggest surprise would be that Cincinnati didn't go try to get somebody to protect Joe Burrow, or go get a DB. For a team that was in the Super Bowl, I'm surprised that they didn't, make any moves to stay there. But I'm not surprised that the NFL trade that there was a lot of activity because you got to look at what the Rams did 2 years ago. Or no, last year, not 2 years ago. Last year, you got to look at what they did. They pretty much put all their chips in the middle of the table, bringing in Von Miller, Aaron Rodgers, Odell Beckham, just bringing all them people and say, hey, trading all those picks for Matt Stafford and say we just gonna it's boom or bust. So that's the mentality of a lot of teams. It's a copycat league.
Damon.
I would say the Dolphins. Dolphins bolstered their defense. That move alone, that Bradley Chubb, That was a really shrewd move. Help that defense because offense looking good with mine would just went blank. Receivers and Tua getting healthier. Now they bolstered their defense mainly for Josh Allen in Buffalo. So I would say that, and Baltimore made a really good trade. Needed bolster their defense, but I was looking at the Dolphins as the best trade out there to me.
All right, Mike.
I got two in mind, man. Robert Quinn to Philadelphia and T.J. Hockenson to Minnesota. Minnesota, if people ain't been paying attention, is running away with the NFC North and adding another weapon for Kirk Cousins is going to be big. And Robert Quinn already to a loaded Eagles defense, loaded Eagles team, that may just push them over the top. He had 18 and a half sacks last year, and you add him to what they got already, man. It's the Eagles and the Vikings, them two picks stand out from there. You know the Vikings are definitely trying to make a move. They traded within the division. Not too many teams. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever heard of teams trading, each other within the same division. So,
I'm in New England.
getting that tight end,
I'm in New England.
getting that tight end, and Robert Quinn, man, them two big pickups.
Buffalo, New England, 2002 when they traded Bledsoe to the Bills. When Donovan McNabb went to the Redskins. Those are two I can think of off the top right there. So Wes Welker. I'm gonna give you two trades. I'm gonna give you a trade that I'm questioning about and a trade that should have happened. Calvin Ridley to the Jaguars. I know this for next year. That shocked me a little bit. So I guess they got a lot of trust in Drake London. And why the hell did Green Bay Packers then try to go get Brandon Cooks from Houston?
They must like what they got.
I don't see how. I mean,
don't get teed up, man. Don't get teed up.
I just don't get that. But that Brandon Cooks had 61,000 yard season with 40 quarterbacks, so he could build the chemistry easily. They could have brought him in and could have salvaged some of the season because I think Green Bay might make it as a 7. It might make it in as a 7 and try to make a run if they got a receiver. But the defense is really the problem this year for them more so than the offense. I'm going to ask you this before we get to our picks. Michael Irvin said this on First Take. He think this is a conspiracy plan from the Packers not to give Aaron Rodgers any weapons, just to force him out of there. Do you see that as that in that light shot?
No, because at the end of the day, you're trying to win. If that's the case, just trade him. Just tell him don't come back. This is the NFL, so it's not like they can't recoup some of the money, but I don't know how much is guaranteed. But if it was that big of a deal, just get rid of him, start Jordan Love. I mean, hell, you're not winning as much as you could anyway. So go ahead and start Jordan Love and see what you got because you got to get him a contract next year. So I don't think that's the case. I think I don't think that's the case. And then nobody else can tell you what the hell they think going on because whatever you say could be right because it's a beep show over there.
All right, Tony, what's your thoughts on what Shannon Sharp, Michael Irvin, said on Monday?
No, man. There's no conspiracy to get Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay. Things just didn't fall the way they wanted it to fall. They kicked the tires on some moves and some trades to try to get some wide receiver help. You know what I'm saying? The deadline just didn't shake anything. It happens, but no, there's no conspiracy. I mean, if that's the case, I mean, they gonna tank?
I don't see them doing that either. I mean, but they're doing.
If they take Aaron Rodgers off the field and put Jordan Love out on the field, they tanking.
Yeah.
So that means you're going full rebuild. You're going full rebuild mode. Like I said, I don't see that as the case. It just might be in Mike, man. That's might be in Mike.
Right. You can't use Jordan Love the tank for Bryce Young.
Nah. Mike.
No, I don't think nothing about it.
All right, Tiny Head.
One thing about that Green Bay franchise, they love to win. So I can't see them losing games on purpose, trying not to win. No matter who they have, they always try and get the fans up there winning teams. So no, I don't see them trying to sabotage their own team.
All right,
I mean,
next.
when they wide receivers are healthy, Lazard, Randall Cobb, and Sammy Watkins, that ain't the best wide receiver core in the league, but they manageable. They can, they can make some noise a little bit with that wide receiver core. They just ain't
when
healthy.
wide receivers are healthy, they are trash.
No.
Kenny Moore Jr., man.
Damon, last word.
No, I don't see him. I don't see that. Tiny Head said it. That organization love to win. I just don't see them going full tank mode, sabotaging anything just to sabotage or just to tank. I just can't see it. That's a proud organization. I just don't see it.
Yeah, I just think Mike would just try to get a quick hot take. But if that was the case, then why'd you let him come back to 150 million for 3 years? Should have did a 1-and-1 with a team option for the second one. Or you could have traded him to Philadelphia, that 3 first-round picks they had this year. Or you could have traded him to Las Vegas or Denver. You had ample opportunities to get rid of him if you didn't want him.
The thing is, as much as he put up this craziness about him, I just don't see him wanting to leave Green Bay right now. He's a weirdo. The dude is strange, but he speaks his mind on a whole lot of stuff. And at the end of the day, he knows that Green Bay want him there, so he can talk all sideways and do anything he want. I don't think he wants to leave. The problem is the receivers. They're not healthy. They didn't really try to get. I really thought they was gonna get Claypool, but end of the day, I think in the heart of hearts he wants to retire a Packer. That's just me.
All right, fellas, let's get to the picks right quick. Baltimore, New Orleans. I believe, Damien, you're still in the lead, so we're gonna got Baltimore on this one. It's at New Orleans.
Yeah, I take Baltimore now.
Tony.
What's the game?
Baltimore, New Orleans at New Orleans.
Baltimore.
Mike.
Baltimore.
Tiny Head.
New Orleans.
I'm going Baltimore.
Why you go against the grain, man?
You don't like your damn hairdo.
Oh man.
Oh God, dang.
Oh,
You got a what?
Next pick, man.
God, dog.
goodness gracious.
Buffalo, New Jersey. I mean, New York Jets. I'm sorry, they play in New Jersey. Shot
You said Buffalo.
New Jersey.
Buffalo, New Jersey.
Oh, man.
Oh, they must be hockey. It's the Devils against the Sabres. I think the Jets are a good story right now, man. But Buffalo is
whole nother level.
They I don't want to say by far, but Buffalo, even though Philadelphia is undefeated, I just think Buffalo the best team in football.
All right, Tony.
Buffalo.
Tiny Head.
Buffalo.
Damon.
Buffalo.
I think we're all picking Buffalo. So I got everybody right.
Mm-hmm.
Vet got Buffalo. Corey
What are you refs doing, man?
Corey got Baltimore.
Hey, watch out, Tony. Talking about the real cuz. Chill out, buddy. Watch out, Tony.
Referee lives matter, baby.
Yeah, watch out, Tony.
All right. Rams and Bucks. This is in Tampa Bay. I think it's the 4:30 game on Fox. Tony.
Oh Lord.
Both these teams struggling.
Both of
Dude,
them.
Bad on
I'm
bad.
telling you, dude. I'm tired. I'm tired of both of them, dude.
Both of them struggling.
And you said where the game at?
In Tampa.
Careful.
You think you about like me, Tony?
Man, that's a coin flip, man.
It really is.
I'm a to put me down for something, man. I'm gonna say Tampa though. I'll say
All right.
Tampa.
Yeah, Shaw got Tampa. I'm gonna go ahead and take Tampa. Vet got the Rams. All right, Tiny Head.
Take the Rams. They offense a little bit more healthier now, so I'm gonna take the Rams.
D Rounder.
Man, is Stafford gonna have one of his Detroit Stafford games or LA last year game?
Which
Stafford
LA
does
game
Stafford.
though? Which LA game? The middle of the season, beginning or the end?
Yeah, good point, Fade. Woo, Tom, man. I don't know. Tony here, right? The offense is getting a little healthier.
Cooper Kupp sprained ankle.
Oh shit.
I give me the Bucks, man. I think they're gonna finally get Fournette going. I don't know.
Michael.
I'm going Tampa Bay for 500, Alex.
Oh my goodness. We're going by the calculations.
And the calculations came up Tampa Bay by 37%.
No sense. What's up?
Dude, retarded, man.
All right. Sunday night game. This is gonna be a good one. Tennessee, Kansas City at Kansas City.
Man, Kansas City.
Kansas City, man. Let's go.
I got Kansas City.
Kansas City. Tony, what the hell you watching, man? You on it on.
Pornhub. You watching Pornhub?
No, not on the air, Tiny Head. Afterwards. I'm watching the Cleveland Boston game, man.
This dude said Pornhub. That's why people can't stand Tiny Head to this day. You talking about Pornhub?
That's a new sponsor.
Oh,
Who
man.
you got,
Go on
Tony?
and get off.
Who you got, Tony?
Kansas City, man.
All right, everybody going KC.
Is Tiny Hill back this week or what?
Is who here?
I'm just curious. It ain't gonna change. It's not gonna change my pick. I'm just curious.
I thought they were starting the rookie.
They started him last week because Tiny Hill was sick.
Yeah, but I thought they were starting them again.
That's why I was asking. I didn't know.
I don't know. I thought they were starting them again. I don't know.
Now with 10 passes, you threw a pick on your third pass. I don't think they start him again. He only threw the ball 10 times last week.
They ain't had to.
Yeah,
Shit, Derrick Henry was killing them boy last week. He ain't had to throw him more than 10 times.
He'll be killing them to the playoff. That's how he do. And this show moved by fast today, y'all. Let's get to the part of shots. Go ahead, Tiny Head.
Yeah, so today I did my normal, I train my kids, every evening and stuff like that at a certain park. So I go out there today to train my kids. So the lady that works at the park, she stopped me. She said, "What you about to do?" I said, "I'm about to work my kids out." They said, "You can't train out here." So I said, "The track closed?" She says, "No, you can run on the track, you walk on the track, but you can't train on the track." I said, "Ma'am, all we're gonna do is look like drills in the cone over here." She like, any kind of instructional training can't be done. So I'm like, man, I've been coming out here for years, helping these kids out, to keep them off the street. Well, it's not allowed anymore. So I do some more talking to other people and find out that they basically have sold the public park to Florida Memorial University. So they basically have all the rights to a public park, and they sold whatever else rights to a private organization. So instead of having these kids in the community come out somewhere where they could work out, stay out the streets and stuff like that, and do the right thing, they rather sell out the community for some dollars, just line their pockets, and it's just crazy these days, that when you try and help your community, they turn you away. I mean, I don't understand what's going on.
Neither do I. That's dumb.
D-Round, what you got for the folks?
Hey, I was watching CNN, and I don't know if y'all saw this, but they played the little girl's 911 call in Uvalde, Texas, man. They played the call. They actually played the 911, what she said, and the reaction to the police. And I know, it was sickening then, but to hear that little girl explain what was going on, and she asking, "Where are they here yet?" She's talking to other kids, man, telling them to calm down, be quiet. She was telling the 911 operator saying, "I'm trying to keep everybody quiet, but they won't be quiet because they scared. My dad taught me how to uh keep quiet and things like this." So when they finally end the call, they show on certain body cams that two or three cops standing at the door waiting on backup. Then there was some others and they standing there waiting on backup. Little girl called. Well, she didn't hang up. She's saying, "Is anybody here yet? Is anybody here yet? Teachers are dying." What in the hell was they thinking about, man? I'm to this day, I don't understand. There's one dude in there killing kids, killing students, and y'all standing there, body armor, everything on, while he killing kids. That just brought more rage that these little kids had to die because these dudes with body armor was cowards to go ahead and take out one dude. That pissed me off, man. Uvalde, Texas, they shouldn't have had nothing. The kids don't go to school. They shut school down. Kids don't want to go back. They trying to get out of there. And I just feel sorry for a little brave girl making a phone call that probably could have saved way more lives because after the phone call hung up, fellas, remember they waited out there 46 minutes. It was 38 more minutes that they waited after she got off the phone. So it's just my prayers is still for the families, even after hearing that. That was just terrible, man.
Pretty Tony.
So mine actually kind of all over the place today, man, as far as my mind and what I want to kind of talk about. But I kind of wanted to talk about the Kyrie thing a little bit. That's what was my original thought. But as everybody started going, uh, came to my mind and my heart. Man, listen, we got to stop, man. We as a society, man, we're so desensitized now to things, man, and everything, man. Like we got to stop trying to live in this world in this generation, man, where we want to video record everything, man. Like the takeoff thing, man. The shooting that happened in Houston, man, late last night, Tuesday night, two wee hours in the morning, Tuesday morning. It's sad on a lot of different levels, man. Nobody really knows the specifics. I've heard multitude of different things. Nobody really knows the specifics, but what I do know is that somebody passed away, man. Somebody died, man. And if you guys, I hope none of you guys have seen the video that I've seen, man.
I seen it.
That's terrible, man. I don't really understand why in that moment somebody actually had the audacity to take their, phone out and video record that and post it to social media, man. Um, I mean, man, like I said, man, we just desensitized to everything, man. So that's all I got on that, man. Be respectful, man. Have some feelings, have some
Compassion.
yeah, man. Thank you, D. Cause it's messed up, man. Like for me, not like I don't really know. I don't know them, dude. But that's like really been on my mind heavy, man. Like that's really, really, really bad situation, man. And also the piggyback off of that, and then I'm gonna pass it on and let it go. Like you got stuff going on, man. You know what I'm saying, with your family, man, and your loved ones and stuff, man. Man, squash this shit, man. Let that shit go, man. because I feel bad for Offset. Because, I feel like he really didn't get a chance to squash whatever the hell they had going on between all them. It's just, a lot of things left unsaid and unresolved, man. And they family, dude. It's just, it's a bad situation, man. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in power. No thoughts and prayers go out to, everyone involved and their family, man. That's tough, man. We gotta start killing our own people like that, dude.
Michael Andre.
So last Sunday, man, I live up in Rome, Georgia, and I coach AAU basketball. Been coaching for about 13 years. And this past Sunday, one of my star players was in the car with 4 other people, an adult and 2 teens, and a horrific accident occurred where 4 people died in that car accident, and one of my basketball players was one that passed. It was devastating to hear that. The moral of the story, man, short and sweet to the point. Got kids out there, just people in general, and love on your kids. Love on your loved ones, period. Don't hold grudges, because you never know. You might not make it to tomorrow. So love your people and thank God for your problems. Because one thing about that, thanking God for your problems, somebody's situation is always worse than yours. So when we get off this, man, everybody go love on your kids.
I wanted to talk about the Daniel Snyder selling the Washington Commanders. But this is going to tie into something I've been talking about for the 3 years we've been doing this show. We go back and forth a little bit about this, but you might not know this name. Marcus Brady. Anybody know who that is? Marcus Brady. Anybody
That's the OC for the Colts.
Was the OC for the Colts. You know what color he was?
I think he was black.
African American.
African American. He's been with the team since 2018, offensive coordinator. He didn't call the plays. He helped collaborate in making the game plans, but Frank Wright calls the plays. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yep.
So he gets fired, but the coach said he's not the scapegoat. NFL.com puts a report out. It's a collaborative effort for our offense for us. I call the plays, but you fired your play caller. You didn't fire the play caller, which is you. You fired the guys that helped design the plays. So what does that tell you right now? Frank Wright is trying to get by himself another year with the Colts. Just unlike other places where Steve Wilkes can buy himself another day in Arizona, Vance Joseph couldn't buy himself another year in Denver, even though Vic Fangio had the exact same record in his time with Denver. Josh McDaniels, he still had 2 wins now? This is his second stint as a coach. Nathaniel Hackett, what is he doing? He looks lost. So what I'm getting at? Byron Leftwich, D'Amico Ryan, Eric Bieniemy. The three of those guys still looking for somewhere to work at their own program. And we got these coaches who have shown themselves not able to do the job. Not able to do the job, but yet we're scapegoating a black offensive coordinator, which we don't have many of. Let's keep that in mind. I know 3 out the top. It was Eric Bieniemy, Marcus Brady, Byron Leftwich. If there's any more, please somebody let me know in the chat. If there's any more. Those are the 3 I know of. Same amount of black offensive coordinators, the same amount of black head coaches we got in the league. The league is built on offense, even though these 10 quarterbacks are black. 70% of the players are African American. We have a couple black African American GMs. We got one president of operations in Washington. So Why are we still being scapegoated if the coach is calling the plays? Why are we still being scapegoated for it? Frank White, fire yourself and sit it up. That's our show for tonight. Of course, we on Wednesday, Sundays and Wednesdays. Next week, we'll be on Sunday with Ryan and Tony. We're going to talk about World Series and talk about the movie Heat with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. Wednesday, we'll be off on Wednesday. We'll come back. We're back and better than ever the following week. We out.